time. Oh, we're recording. So good to see you on, guys. So yeah, we'll get started in about 1 minute.
Hey guys, how are we doing? Really good to see so many of you on here this evening. We're really excited that you're here to hear about the 90-day game plan that we've decided to get started, because the 90-day game plan has played a really big role in the success of our businesses over the years. And actually rolling back, gosh, I don't even know what year it was. It must have been maybe 2015. I didn't really have a lot of structure in my business. I'd actually experienced a lot of success, but I didn't have much of a structure. And when things started to slow down for me, what I didn't realize was that there was nothing that I was doing consistently daily that created a system for myself. So the reason that we love a 90-day game plan so much is it gives us a time frame to work in, and it gives us a point of a system to be able to use to kind of guide us for something to do every day. For example, if you were in like an office job and you were doing some kind of like job in an office, you'd have like tasks that you needed to do every single day. So to build your business, you need to be doing the same things every day to build that consistency and build momentum. So as you guys know, as a part of a normal DMO, simple things are like adding, commenting, creating new connections, saying happy birthday. So creating a DMO around what really fits around you is absolutely key. So that's something we're going to be covering tonight. So Ames, did you want to say anything about the DMO and the 90-day game plan?
Hey everyone, so yeah, we're super excited for this 90-day game plan that we're starting this week. And anyone that's had success with the 90-day game plan, maybe let us know, like give us a wave, drop it in the chat, or if you want to unmute yourself, maybe you've been in the business a little while and maybe you've had success from 90-day game plans in the past. And I know that I've had massive success with 90-day game plans in the past. Woohoo! So I'm going to wave my hand because I love a 90-day game plan and I know that they work, and it's all about being consistent, like we know. And for anyone that maybe doesn't know what a 90-day game plan is, it's about showing up every single day, and like Millie said, ticking off your DMO every single day. And you might not be able to do 100% every single day for the next 90 days. That's not necessarily what it's about, but it's about committing to your business for the next 90 days. And some days you might have 5 out of 10 days, or some days might be more of a bit of a minimum DMO day. And we're going to talk a little bit more about maybe what a minimum DMO might look like compared to like a fuller DMO. But the key is about building that momentum and doing something daily that's going to really move the needle in your business and really get you to where you want to be by the end of the next 90 days. So obviously with the end of April now, so end of May, end of June, end of July will be the end of our 90-day game plan. And obviously everyone's welcome to join in and do this. We're doing this as one big team together. So this is really, really exciting. We are going to be, planning something quite fun at the end of the 90 days. And you can kind of plan something with your teams maybe as well, like in your own areas, but just celebrating at the end of the 90 days, whether it's like meeting up with the team to go for some drinks or dinner or bowling or whatever it is that you like to do, that you could maybe do with your team in your local area. So to celebrate at the end of the next 90 days is going to be really, really fun, and to celebrate all of us together and you know, just really building that community and those connections between us as well, because I think not only is the next 90 days gonna, you know, take your business to the next level if you decide to make that decision to go all in and you get to work, because that's really what it's about. Is for the next 90 days, it's for me in the past, basically whenever I've come to the decision to go for my 90 days has been that I'm not happy with where I've been in my business, or I'm not happy with how things are, and I make the decision that something needs to change. So I actually want to give you all like massive shout out and recognition for being on this call tonight, because, you know, or if you're watching this on recording on the replay, you know, you're here, you're watching this right now because, you know, you want something to change in your life and you're ready to level up and you're ready to step into your business and take it to the next level. So you should be really proud of that. And I'm really proud of you for being here, or, you know, or for watching this on the replay if you can't be on live. So, you know, it's really, I think the first thing is deciding what it is that you really want by the end of the next 90 days. So like I say, it's going to be bringing us to the end of July. So really we're going to be just push it right back to, you know, we're just going to end the end of July. We might as well just go to right to the very end of July. So it might be like 90 something days or whatever to make sure it goes all the way to the end of July. And then, you know, as of August, then that'll be your full 90 days. You know, so so from the 1st of August, can you believe that? It's crazy, isn't it? From the 1st of August, like, what are you envisioning for yourself? What is it that you want? What do you want to achieve by then? What kind of a person do you want to be? What things do you want to improve on in your business, you as a leader, in your mindset, in your energy? What is it that you envision for yourself by the 1st of August? I think is something really massive to really get very clear on, because you need to make sure that you have a vision and you know where it is that you're going. Because, you know, when you put a destination into your sat nav, it will take you directly to where you want to go, and it will take you on the fastest route to get there. So lucky to have sat navs, because back in the day, if I had to get around with a map, I would have really struggled. So if you're going around and you don't really know your vision, you don't really know what exactly that it is that you want, then you're going to be like me, getting lost in my own town with a map, with no map. You're going to be like Amy with a map who can't read it. So, and you're not going to know where you're going. You're going to be getting lost. You're going to be getting flustered. You might go round and round in circles. You're going to take the wrong exit. You're going to go the long way around, and it's going to take you so much longer to get there. So that's what this 90-day game plan is about, and having that vision of where it is that you want to be by the end of the 90 days and what it is that you want by the end of the 90 days. Because when you decide what it is that you want, and you want it bad enough, and you decide to go all in, then you will get there. So I think really think about what it is that you want. So, you know, write it down, create your vision board, write it down, have it so that you can see it visually. It could just be that maybe you just want to get your PB back up. You know, you really want to get your solid PB up strong. That's where you want to be by the end of the 90 days. Because it's also got to be something that's achievable. So maybe it's that you want to get your PB, your own club. You know, we know that hitting our own PB is so important in our business. It might be that you want to hit the next position, get the next bonus, maybe by the end of the next 90 days. It could be that you just want to build up your customer base. Maybe you want to build a team. So really getting clear on what it is that you want is really important. Writing it down and having it clear. So, you know, you can even just have a vision board. You can print off photos so that those things, so like, for example, if you want to hit your PB by the end of the next 90 days, what's that going to mean for you? You know, is that going to mean that, you know, you're going to have that consistent residual income every month, so that you're going to be able to then drop a few days at work? Maybe on your vision board you want more time freedom, but maybe you might have like a whiteboard and you might write on it. Like, everyone's different of how they create their vision. You know, you might put a screensaver on your phone. You know, I'm very visual. I have a big vision board up above my office here. I also like to write down my goals. So whether it's on like a whiteboard and I have it up in my room so that I can see it daily, so that when I wake up daily, I can remind myself, what is my goal by the end of the 90 days? What am I doing this for? So that really helps me. So write down, set that goal, and whether it's a vision board, writing it down, whatever it is that works for you. I mean, I would definitely recommend attaching some emotion to it. So, you know, if you want to hit your PB, you want to hit your club, what is that going to mean for you? And get that down visually as a vision board of what that's going to mean for you. So that's really going to help you to, you know, because the next 90 days, I've said, you know, some days are going to be minimum DMO days, some days you're going to have amazing DMO days, and you're not going to feel necessarily motivated every single day. And it's about being disciplined to, you know, get your DMO done, to show up anyway, to still put that post up there, even on the days that you don't necessarily feel like it, because it's discipline, because motivation's only going to last so long. And it's that discipline to say that, do you know what, I'm going to just do this anyway, because my goal and my why is stronger than anything else. And it's like brushing your teeth, you know, we don't always necessarily feel like brushing our teeth. Like some days might feel like, oh, do I have to brush my teeth again? Like twice a day, you know? But what you don't do is you don't brush your teeth for an hour on the weekend and no other days. You brush your teeth for a few minutes in the morning and a few minutes at night. And you do it really pretty much whether you feel like it or not. But, and that, again, that's just another great example of this business is doing a little bit every day rather than spending hours on it one day a week. Like, it's not going to work. You're so much better off doing a little bit a day, and that's going to build your confidence in yourself. That's going to build your energy, your momentum. And guess what, when you do that, you're going to feel like, I want to do more, and then you have more of those good days. But you are still going to have those days that you're going to be feeling like you need to do a minimum DMO, but because you still showed up and you've done something, you are going to be so proud of yourself. And it takes, the reason why 90-day game plan is so good, because it takes that long to create new habits as well. So that's what it's about. You're creating new habits, you're creating new disciplines. So think about, what sort of person do you need to become throughout these 90 days? You know, if you want to be a senior partner by the end of these next 90 days and you want to earn, you know, an extra £200 a month, how would somebody show up in Juice Plus who is a senior partner, who is earning £200 a month? How would they show up? How would you expect to show up if you want to earn that and have that success? Do you think, you know, how do you think you need to show up? Maybe you need to show up differently. So that's just some really good things to think about there. So Millie, is there anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah, absolutely. So I just think really like reinforcing the fact about having your vision board and just getting crystal clear on what you want. It typically seems quite easy, I think, to understand. Like you think, oh yeah, I want to be SP, but like, what's that going to make a difference in your life for? Like, why do you want it, and how are you going to feel when you have that? So really understanding yourself, like, you know, don't just say, oh yeah, I want to be SP, but like really think about what difference that's going to make to your life and why, and how's it going to feel when you have it? Because if you can really get emotional about it, you're going to really connect to it. And the other thing as well, what I think is really important to do in this process is to uncover the challenges that you feel that you might face along the way. And if you visit those now, having to think about, you know, the kids are going to be off school or you're going on holiday, how are you going to tackle making sure that you do your DMO and you stick to your 90 days in that time? Just really ask yourself, like, how committed am I to this? How committed am I to reaching these goals and, you know, being committed for the 90 days? And really think about every time that you might feel like a little bit, because we all have those days where things feel difficult, and you know, you do have those you know, days where you do less of a DMO, but then think about like, how's it going to be at the end if you keep doing the little DMO? Really make sure that you're crystal clear on what you want to make happen over the 90 days. And then just think about, like, at the end of the 90 days, how's it going to feel once you've been committed every single day and you know that you've shown up to the very best of your ability And it's so true that, like, you know, you do actually have to make some sacrifices when you're doing your DMO or you're sticking to a 90-day game plan. Having a commitment to yourself means perhaps saying no to some of the things that ordinarily that you wouldn't, like, you know, sitting and watching Netflix. You can still watch Netflix, but just be on your phone, adding, connecting and doing your DMO at the same time. I remember, you know, Amy going to horse shows and traveling up to events, and she'd always have a DMO book with her, ticking it off as she goes, you know, not making any excuses, because as we all know, there's always a way to get things done. If you want it enough and you really want it enough, then you'll make it happen. So if your vision isn't strong enough, if there isn't enough leverage, then you perhaps won't be as committed and you will make those excuses for yourself. And I think one of the things that I heard, and I mentioned last week on the call, is you can either be interested or committed, and they're two very different things. If you're committed, you'll make it happen. And if you're interested, then it's something that, it's like going to the gym. Like, you can be interested and sometimes you'll go just a little bit here, there. And when you're committed, you know, you're really committed to that goal and the outcome of that. So one of the things that I learned through doing the Nail It in 90 book, which is something that I picked up right back in 2015 when I first found out about 90-day game plans, was thinking about the story that I was telling myself in the moment. So what was my old story? You know, we're all natural storytellers, and if we focus on the things that haven't worked for us in the business today, moving forward, we're just going to get more of that, guys. So in order to kind of move past that, you've got to emotionally let go of the things that have happened in the past and detach yourself from those things, and then create a new story. So when the 90 days is up, like we said, how's that going to feel? What I'm going to challenge you to do is write a story. So write that story of yourself when that 90 days is up, and like you've completed the 90 days, you've got to where you want to be. How's it going to feel? Write it on paper. What's it going to be like to have achieved, you know, getting so many customers, or being committed to your DMO every single day, so having that self-belief, you know, being paid the bonuses. How's that going to feel? What's it going to do for your life? So write down your new story and think about how like exciting that's going to feel to have achieved everything that you want to, and perhaps even more when you've committed yourself and, you know, you've done the 90 days. So yeah, I think that's everything, Ames, for that part.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. So guys, it's really important to plan it and plan your weeks, your days, have some sort of a diary or a calendar, however you like to work, whether that's a diary or a calendar on your phone, or whether that is like a physical diary, like in a book. But it's really important to kind of look at so what I like to do is kind of, I plan very much like week to week, and obviously as each week gets closer, it gets more and more obviously booked up and more clear on what is going on that week. And I will plan in, you know, any things I need to get done, but around that I need to make sure that I'm putting in, right, this is when I'm going to get my DMO done, this is when I'm going to get my income producing activities done, my, you know, and what I mean by that is that's when I'm going to be, you know, posting, adding, connecting, sending out my birthday messages, sending out my ask the questions, doing my follow-ups, you know, speaking to people, replying to messages. Like, when am I going to get my business building time done? Because that's really important, and that's what you guys need to think, is when are you going to fit that into your diary? And, you know, you might have some days where you have got loads of things on, life is super busy, but because you know ahead of time, because you've planned your week, right, Thursday I know is going to be, you know, a bit of a crazy day. You know, I need to either get up an hour or half an hour early in the morning to get some of my income producing activities done there, and then I've got another little bit of time in the evening as well. You know, maybe once the kiddies have gone to bed, or once you've had your dinner, you can spend an hour in the evening finishing up some more work, doing your DMO and finishing up for the day, you know. But then, you know, there might be another day where you've got maybe a bit more time, and you know that day you can do more of a DMO, you can get more things done. So I think it's just about planning your week, planning your day, and actually physically scheduling in like your own blitzes or your own power hours. Obviously you've got the calls available that you can get on, they can help you to schedule your day. They really help me to schedule my day and make sure that I'm getting it done. And sometimes having the accountability of getting on the call with others, you know, it means you're going to show up and you're going to get it done, and then we're all doing it together. But also I know that a lot of you like to kind of work on your own and work on your own time and fit in your DMO around whatever it is that you've got going on that day, and that's okay too, as long as you're getting your DMO done, guys. As long as you're, you know, getting your, like we always talk about that triangle, as long as you're adding, posting, and you're messaging, you know, getting into the inbox, and you're doing those income producing activities, you know, you've got to think, is what you're doing, is that going to get you the outcome that you want? So make sure that you are doing those income producing activities, and, you know, that's really going to help you to get to where you want to be. And each week, you know, at the end of the week, you can review how your week went, and you can maybe see where your wins of the week were, you know, share that with the team. You've got the group chats you can use. That's not just there for people to ask questions or whatever. That's there for you to also share your wins, share your struggles. If you feel like you're just having one of those days where you're just like, oh my God, this business is so annoying today, I'm so annoyed, like, just, I'm so frustrated today, you just want to have a moan, then that's exactly what that's there as well for. Like the group chat, that's what it's there. It's there for, to, as a community, for you guys and for us all to connect and feel a part of something and to have conversations with each other. So use that. And, you know, if you feel that it's going to help you to be accountable, to share your DMO into a group, then do that as well, because then we can all help and support each other. And, you know, I think that will work really, really well. So I think it's really important to plan your days, plan your week, make sure you're scheduling in your business building time. Don't be hard on yourself if some days are better than others, but I would just say, make sure that you have a minimum DMO that you're going to make sure you commit to every day, no matter what. Some days you're going to do more, some days you're going to do less, but as long as you still are committing to your minimum DMO based on your goals of where you want to be by the end of the 90 days, because obviously everyone's DMO is going to be slightly different depending on everyone's goals and you know, time that they have to put into this and what they're fitting it in around. Everyone's going to be different, but look, you know, we're all on this journey together. We're all here for the same reason. We're all completely different people. We all come from different walks of life, but we're all here because we all want more from life, right? We all want more. That's why we're here. We want more. We want more freedom. We want to make more of an impact. We want to help more people. We want a better life, a better future. We want to create a better life for our families. That's why we're here, we're all here to have more together and to help each other. And we're here to help new people join us on this same mission as well. So I'm really, really excited for the next 90 days. And yeah, Millie, was there anything else you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, actually, there's a couple of other things as well that I think is really important, is having an urgency with this. So something really good to ask yourself, guys, is, of course, you know, we do our DMOs and it's easy to kind of, you know, say that you've done it when, you know, you could say to yourself, oh, I'll crack on and do it tomorrow. But really have a think of yourself as if not now, then when, and really think about what is making you jump up and do this. Because if you don't do this now, then how's it going to be tomorrow? You might just miss that one person. So like, think about what your urgency is with this business. Think about what your urgency is to get to where you want to be. And also think about like what might stop you from getting to where you want to be. And, you know, this is something that I've been like reading this book today. It's called Nail It in 90. And I just want to read a bit of this page to you, because I think it's really, really important to think about this. So it says, what will prevent you from completing your 90 days? It says, because you already know before you start if you will finish. Everybody here right now already knows whether you're going to commit yourself to this and finish it. So think about that. When we make decisions and choices to do something, we already know in our gut whether we will actually do it or not. We understand the level of commitment immediately. Some will say they really, really wanted it and they just couldn't make it happen. They did everything possible. They tried their best, and they will stand firm in their position. But when you make a decision, and when you make a decision to move mountains and see it through, no matter what, you will seek help, you will work hard, you will research it, and you'll make it happen. That is conviction. And without your conviction, you will allow circumstances to get in your way. So if you pause for a moment and think of times in your life when you just knew that you would make it happen, then you will see the difference. So really think about tonight whether you're committing yourself to this moving forward, decide tonight that this is the time that you're going to do this for nobody else but yourself. Don't rely on anybody else. Don't rely on people to sign up until they've signed up. Don't rely on other people to do anything. It's all got to come down to what we do ourselves. Obviously, we're here as a team together, but your effort is what is going to be your paycheck. So we know that this is an efforts-related business, and sometimes things don't work. Sometimes for us, things don't work because we might have a bad mindset. We might be actually, doing a system that isn't working for us, but that doesn't mean this business doesn't work. We just need to find a new system. And I've been there countless times where I've been messaging people and trying and doing events, and people just don't turn up. And first of all, I probably need to check what I'm thinking. Second of all, I probably need to change what I'm doing, because this business doesn't not work. It's just we need to find a way that it works for us. Okay. And, I've never relied on anyone to make my business happen for me. I've always had to go out in the tough times and decide to do new things, to try new things, and think about, what do I really want from this business? Do I really want to, get to the top? Do I want to stay where I am? What do I want? And that is what keeps me driving and going and pushing forward and trying new things. So really think about, I know for me in this time at the moment, I know what I want to achieve, and that is just to get some new frontline in. I want to build a new SC leg, and I really want to, help people change their lives. And I want to work with people that are willing to get out of their comfort zones, willing to do the work. And, I have to do that too. I'm never going to find people if I'm not willing to do it myself. So, we're here sharing this with you guys, but we're getting to work as well. This isn't just about us sharing the 90 days for you to go away and do it. It's something that we take action on, and we'll be doing every single day with you guys as well. So we're super excited. I can't wait for this, and I know that it's going to be a time of super success. There'll be a lot of struggles, there'll be a lot of frustrations, because that is just what comes with this. But when there's frustration, it just means there's something that we need to grow through. When something feels difficult, it just means we need to grow. So like Amy said, get super organized. Know when you can fit in those 10 minutes. I used to sneak into the toilet when I was working 3 jobs when I started this business, sit on the toilet and add some people and send some messages while I could. There was no voice notes back then. It's very different. So we're lucky to be able to have the ease of this business right now. So don't overcomplicate it, and remember, just ask the question. Got something you might be interested in? Do you want to come check it out? Really keep it simple, guys. So that's what I'd like to share, Ames.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's about burning the boats, isn't it, Millie? And like committing yourselves. Like have you all heard of that analogy, burn the boats, from Tony Robbins? Some of you are nodding. Yeah, so it just basically means there's no going back, because you burn the boats, right? So you can't just jump on the boat and go back, because you burned them. There's no going back. So like Millie said there, making that decision, burn the boats. There's no going back. There's no other option. Like, this is it, and it's this, or what else is there? Like, this is it, and you're going to make this work no matter what, because it's not that the business hasn't changed, the product hasn't changed, like nothing's changed. All of that is still the same. We know what we need to do. It's that, really just getting to work now, getting in the trenches, DMO, and adding, posting and messaging. Maybe for you, maybe your little thing is, maybe you need to add more. Maybe that's an area that you lack. Maybe you struggle to add enough people and get enough fresh eyes onto your social media daily. Maybe you feel like you're speaking to the same people over and over again. Maybe you need to just make sure that in the next 90 days you need to really level up in your adding and your find ad message. Maybe for some of you, like, you do that really well, but maybe you need to get into conversations more and getting into people's inboxes and asking the question, chasing your likes, messaging your story views, doing more polls, like getting into people's inboxes and starting more conversations. Maybe that's an area for you. Like, you will all know an area where that maybe you need to improve on. We all do. So maybe you haven't done a Facebook Live in a long time, so maybe that's something that you really want to work on in the next 90 days, is leveling up your confidence and getting yourself back out there with that energy, that conviction, and doing regular lives. And that's something that I'm really committing to in my 90 days, is I'm committing to at least 1 live a week. And I think that's something that we can actually all commit to, and we can all do that together, because I think that a lot of us probably haven't done a Facebook Live in a while. Like, let me know. So that's one thing that I noticed, was that I wasn't doing many lives anymore, and I was like, I used to do lives all of the time, right? This needs to change. I need to make sure I'm doing that again. And so I've committed to doing 1 live a week. Last week I did 2 lives. So, you know, I think we can all commit to doing 1 live a week. I've not done a live this week yet, but I am going to do at least 1 live a week. Like, that's my minimum. And if I do more, absolutely fantastic. And I think this is something that we can all do together again. And, you know, we can share in our group chat. You know, I've just done my live of the week. Woohoo, go me. You know, and yeah, exactly. Emma has just said in the chat, double lives are also so good. Completely agree with you, Emma, that double lives are so good. Like, arrange to do a double live with someone else in the team, and both share your stories. You know, if you are a bit nervous about doing it on your own, you know, go and do a double live. That's so good. And again, plan it, schedule it, get it in the diary, because if it's not in the diary, then it doesn't get done. And I will literally be able to tell you your success by looking at your diary. And if you've got loads of things booked in your diary, you know, lives, events, calls, your DMOs where you're scheduling in to do your DMO, you know, the more busy your diary is, the more that you're getting done, that's going to determine more success for you. So that's also something to think about when you're planning your week. You know, planning those lives, planning those double lives, planning, you know, a bit of a content hour where you're going to do some reels. Maybe that's something, again, another area that maybe you want to work on, or plan an hour where you're going to go, right, I'm going to go to town on my follow-ups now. I've been putting this off for too long. There's these people that I need to follow up with, and I'm scared. It's outside my comfort zone because I'm worried they're going to say no. But you know what? You're going to commit for this next hour, and you are going to follow up. You're going to do voice notes. You're going to be excited. You're going to be high energy. And, you know, then them sort of things, guys, I think is what's really going to help you in the next 90 days, and just taking it week by week and booking these things in that really challenge you, like get outside your comfort zone, that we can really celebrate you as well. And, you know, again, share that in the chats, and we can be like, woo, that's amazing. You've just done like 5 follow-ups. That's incredible. Because we know that's also another area that we can all improve on.
Yeah, absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. And I think one of the things that I do with my girls is double live Fridays. So we have Friday to all get together, and this is something that I do in one of the groups with the girls, and they all go live together. And if they're missing someone, if they get cancelled on, then I go and jump on with them, and we do double live Friday. So if that's something that you can implement into your, you know, weekly DMO, you know that then on a Friday, oh, it's double live day, who have I got to do a double live with, and just kind of like sets it in stone, or choose a day that you regularly do it on. And then the other thing is as well, people will know that that's the day that you go live at that time, because it might be in your break at work, and then they will be expectant of that, and that creates momentum, and that creates trust, and that also creates people being able to know when you're available and when you're going to be on your social media. Also creates professional like for you to be come across professional, if that makes sense. So, you know, that you're treating it as a business, you're treating it as showing up at a certain time to show people, look, come and listen into this is what we're doing every week. So that's a really great idea as well. So yeah, absolutely love this, guys. Just remember, like, everybody's going to have different goals, everybody's going to have different success with this. So just keep your eyes on your own journey. Like, somebody else's journey might be slightly different to yours, so don't be worried if someone's getting more orders than what you are. Let's really focus on what you need to work on. And one of the things that I would absolutely recommend for every single one of you every morning is to be doing some personal development, whether that's listening to Jim Rohn, whether it's listening to Fraser Brooks on podcast, you know, something that is business related to help put the positivity into your mindset. Because I know, and I'm going to hold my hands up, like last month, and for a couple of months before that, I'd stopped doing a lot of, you know, listening to personal development, and it genuinely does, like, it affects me. Like, it doesn't, I don't feel as like confident and as positive. So really, you know, ask yourself, are you reading books? Are you listening to audios? What have you got on in the background? Because everything that you're listening to is doing things to your subconscious mind. It's so powerful. So even if you're working, having something on in the background can really make a difference, believe it or not. So have a think about, like, you know, either like listening to something on YouTube. You know, you could also get like an audio app. There's some really good apps. Blinks does really good and it actually does 15-minute covers of books, so it gives you like the ideas of what the books are about, which is great. But also I just have books lying around that I like to just open up and read a few pages of, just to help me. And do you know what, like, you can create so much content from listening to personal development, whether it's about affirmations, whether it's about, you know, success, whether it's about self-belief, and people love to know about those things. So I strongly advise you guys to make it a part of your early morning routine to, you know, get some personal development into your brain, because how you start your day is going to affect the rest of your day. So wake up. I know Jeanette does an early morning call. You do your affirmations and things on there. So really, really make sure, girls, that you're showing up for yourself and priming your mind with some really good personal development first thing in the morning. That's what I'd say. Yes, Wendy, subconscious is amazing. It really, really is. Oh, subconscious laws. Oh, is that somebody that you listen to? Sounds really interesting. Thank you for that. Yeah, because it's great, isn't it? Like, we all need to work on ourselves, and you know, we're a constant journey in ourselves. You know, working on your mindset is a constant journey to a better destination that you're already in, to success, to self-belief, to self-love, all of those things. And that really, your mindset is going to be the dictator of whether you're really successful or whether you're not, guys. Like, you've got to believe in yourself. And something that I love to ask you guys, if you're not a 10 out of 10 in yourself, believing in yourself, how can you get to there? How can you get to being a 10 out of 10 self-belief? So it's being consistent in, you know, doing your DMO, believing that, you know, that you will do that every single day, and that will create self-belief. Taking your products every day, sticking to your health journey, sharing on your social media, all of those things as well. So Jess, there's a mega tip for self-development too from the weekend. Yeah, just jump on quickly, Jess, and share. I'd love to hear, because I know that you went up to the event, didn't you?
Can you hear me? It's through stereo in the car.
Yeah, we can hear you, darling.
I can't bring myself to get out of the car in case I lose connection. So Ross, obviously Danny and Ross are amazing, but Ross said, go and get, if you haven't already, get YouTube Premium. It's £15 a month, but it means that you can close the YouTube app, like minimize it, and go and do other things on your phone whilst listening to self-development, which I thought was just insane. That's a fantastic idea. But also, he put us all in a WhatsApp group and has sent us a content calendar for 4 weeks. So I'll pop that in. Is everyone in your admin page?
Yeah, I think so, babe.
I'll add it in there.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
I don't know if I'm allowed to share it, but I'll add it in.
Oh, thank you. That's really kind of you. Cheers, Jess. I know that you had a really great day, didn't you? You and Maria went up to Bicester.
It was so good. So good.
What we can do, babe, perhaps is we can go live into the team admin page together, and you can share like your top nuggets from there. That would be really great.
Yeah, let's arrange it.
Amazing. Thank you. Oh, thanks so much for sharing. That was so good, Jess. Thank you so much.
No worries.
So guys, yeah, has anyone got any questions? Does anybody want to ask anything about the 90-day game plan? Has anyone got any add-ons?
Just that it works.
Yeah, it does. It really does. So I can't remember exactly. Let me share this with you. So back in, I think it was 2015, I was a Club 39, and I was working with a girl from another team, and we just decided to implement a 90-day game plan. It wasn't something that everybody was doing, but I'd got this book, the Nail It in 90 book, which gave me this kind of like idea to kind of stick on a 90-day game plan. So I did it on the run up to Christmas and into January, and I went from, in the October, which is when we decided to kind of like think about getting started, I went from a Club 39 and in the end of January I was a Club 78. So my business boomed. I was super focused. Everything went just off for me, and it was all about building that momentum and that success and that consistency. It's honestly really good, Wendy. You'll love it. There's lots of, you know, thought-provoking questions in there to really help you kind of get focused on your journey and yeah, what you need to work on from your past and what new things you need to bring in, focusing on the future. So yeah, you'll love the book. But yeah, so it does really, really work. I know that people have had great success, and sometimes what you might find is that, you know, you might do the 90 days and then you might get the success on the 93rd day or the 94th day, and then that's when it all takes off. So, you know, it's not do 90 days and then stop. It's about the 90-day momentum and then starting again and looking back and seeing how much that you've grown, you know, and doing that reflection, and yeah, just then focusing on to the next goal, because you'll grow so much. It's a really amazing process, guys. So Ames, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, just the other thing I just wanted to share that I'm committing to, like you said about the personal development, is I'm just committed to making sure that I'm listening to 10 minutes a day of, you know, personal development or personal positivity. So I think, again, that's something that we can all commit to, at least, you know, minimum. Obviously, most days I listen to a lot more whilst I'm driving or walking the dog or at the gym or whatever. But committing to at least 10 minutes a day. Again, it's on those days where you might not do it, it's still doing at least 10 minutes of personal development, audio, whether it's, I love that tip on YouTube that Jess shared, because that's a really good one. I love YouTube for listening to things like that. And, you know, Fraser Brooks has a YouTube channel. So, you know, you can not only just get personal development and motivation on there, you know, Les Brown and all sorts of things, and Oprah Winfrey, but you've also got, you know, people like Fraser Brooks on there with YouTube channels and stuff where you can learn and stuff like that as well. And obviously you've got Spotify and Audible and stuff like that. You know, and maybe again over the next 90 days we can share the things that we're loving to listen to. You know, if you just listen to like 10 minutes of an amazing audio that you've really loved, share that with the team. Like, I'd love to hear anything that you listen to. I'm always wanting to grow and get better any way I can. And then, you know, I always like to try and share anything that I'm listening to that's really helping me, because, you know, it's what we're you know, it's not always about what you're eating that affects how you feel, and, you know, like in a diet sense, but it's about what you are listening to, what are you reading, who you're surrounding yourself with. Like, all of those things make a difference to you know, what, just be aware of what you're absorbing and what you're taking in, and being, you know, I always talk about being in control of what are you taking in your surroundings, and just making sure that you're listening to as much, you know, you're putting as much good things into your mind as possible. So I think that's really important. So I think we can all commit to at least 10 minutes a day, and just imagine for the next 90 days you do at least 10 minutes a day of listening to positivity audio or Fraser Brooks or whatever it might be. Like, again, imagine where you're going to be by August if you commit to doing at least 10 minutes every day, you know, one live a week, and committing to doing your DMO every single day. You know, where are you going to be? Like, how does that sound, guys? Like, do you get excited by that? Because that definitely gets me excited.
Yeah, absolutely love that. Thanks for sharing, Ames. And yeah, guys, so let's do this. Super excited. Ames, have you decided when your day one's going to be?
I've already started.
Today. Oh, I love it. Okay, guys, so if you want to be on day one, then you best get your DMO done before you go to bed. So yeah, guys, thanks so much for joining us this evening. I'm really excited for this, and I know that there's going to be people watching this back because they can't make it this evening. So if anyone's got any questions, of course, just obviously let us know. I'm not going to be here next week, and nor is Amy. Ames is obviously off on her honeymoon on Sunday, which is so exciting. Trip of a lifetime off to the Maldives. So just have the best time, Ames. I know it's going to be absolutely wonderful for you. So yeah, just have the best time. And I'm actually going to be in Croatia this time next week, flying off on Wednesday. Can't wait. And I'm actually going to come off social media for most of the time. I'm going to post in my group still, look after my customers, but I ain't going to be doing much else, because I just really feel it's the first time in 9 years I'm just going to allow myself to have a week off, and then I'm going to come back full throttle. I'm going to be doing my DMO every day, but I'm just going to try and do it in an hour and then just have a nice relaxing time, because when you go away, guys, it is all about, like, you know, still being able to do the business, you know, while you're there. And that's the beautiful thing about what we do. You really can fit it in to an hour a day. So I'm super excited. I can't wait for, you know, the first 30 days, what's it going to bring, and then the 90 days altogether. So Jeanette, did you want to?
Yeah, I just was going to say, so what you're actually doing, Millie, is sharpening your axe. And I think that's so important. So many times we don't want to let go. We don't want to slow down. And no, we shouldn't be slowing down. And no, we shouldn't be letting go. But sometimes if you're a man that's cutting down a tree with an axe, and you're hitting the axe and hitting the tree with the axe and hitting it and hitting it and hitting it, and nothing is working, he has to stop for an hour, 2 hours, a day, a week, however long it is, to sharpen his axe. And I just think that sometimes we have to sharpen our axe, and we mustn't beat ourselves up about it, because sharpening our axe means that we come back to it faster and stronger.
Love that. Thank you so much. I love that. And absolutely. Yeah, pardon?
You're sharpening your axe.
Yeah, well, I absolutely am. And yeah, thank you so much for sharing. And yeah, just thanks everyone for the tips that's joined in this evening. And yeah, let's just go and do this, guys. Just think in 90 days, like, where will you be? Decide, not where you might be, decide where will you be. So thanks so much for coming on this evening. Ames, is there anything else that you wanted to finish off with?
Yeah, I just want to say, let's do this, guys. Let's do it. Let's support each other. Let's work together. Let's, you know, pick each other up when everyone's struggling. Let's share our wins. Let's share, you know, our successes, you know, big and small. Let's just really, you know, also use this 90-day game plan to not only, you know, work on our DMOs and all the things we've spoken about, but also just to really come together as a community. And I cannot wait to see you all in London at the convention in May. It's going to be amazing. I know that we are going to be definitely planning something for the Saturday night to do together as a team. So, you know, look out for that. That's going to be really, really good. And although I am off on my honeymoon, obviously on Sunday, I am still going to be doing my 90-day game plan and working on my DMO, but I'm obviously also going to be enjoying myself as well. So I just feel like the time is now, and I'm excited to build. And I've got my goals for the end of the 90 days, and I'm really excited. And just I'm so excited for the convention. It's literally less than a month away now, isn't it? And it's going to be really, really special. I cannot wait to see you all, and it's just going to be so amazing. And I'm just really excited for the next 90 days and just to smash this with you all.
Love that, guys. Let's have a photo. So day 1 of 90. So let's see your faces. Jess, come back. Here she is. Right, guys. Wendy, we're going to get you on. Who's that at the bottom as well? I've pressed my thing now. So, right, are we ready? Big smiles, guys. 3, 2, 1. Fabulous. I'll pop it into the WhatsApp chat, guys, so we can look back and remember this day and where you were at and just how much success that you're going to have over the next 90 days. So thank you so much, guys. I'll pop the recording onto my YouTube and then into the group as soon as possible, so you've got it to share with the team. All right, guys, have a great evening. Thanks so much. Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Jeanette. Thanks, Jess. See you later, guys, and we'll catch you soon. Bye.